Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends! How very, very exciting is this? We are going to be learning the sugi of Kanoim Pogim. And this shir should be a special schus for Yedid Nafshi. Rav Gil Amir ben Penina, Lebracha v'atzlach b'chol ma'aseh Yadav. The Mishnah in Sanhedrin, and of Pei Aleph Amud Beis, says that if one is Bo'al Aramis, if one has beer with a Goya, Kanoim Pogim. Zealots may strike him and end this union as Pinchas did. The end of Parshas Balak. And the Gemara says that if the Kanoim were not Pogea, if no action was taken down here, then there's an Onish Kares that it says B'divrei Kabbalah Malachi Perik Bet Ki Chilel Yehuda Kodesh Hashem Asher Ahav U'Baal Bat El Nechar Yachret Hashem Li'ish Asher Ya'asena. That when a Jewish person is with a Bas El Nechar, the daughter of a foreign god, it always goes together. There's Nus and the Avodah Zarah. So if a person's Bo'al and Aram is a non-Jew, so it's Kares. The Rambam writes, Lo Pogu Bo Kanon V'Lo Kul Beis Din Arei Onshom Mefurish B'divrei Kabbalah Shu Kares. That if the Kanoim didn't hit him, didn't strike him, and the Beis Din didn't give Malchus, then it's Mefurish B'divrei Kabbalah and the Navi that he gets Kares. The Rambam adds Lo Kul Beis Din. So B'Pashtus, the Rambam is referring to what he said earlier. This is Surah Bia Yud Beis Vav. The Rambam in Halacha Aleph there in Parak Yud Beis writes that Yisrael Shabal Goya Mishara Umos Derech Ishus Lokim in HaTorah Shenemar Lo Sischatein Bam Bitra Lo Titein Lebno Bitra Lo Tikach Lebincha. That we're not allowed to marry non-Jews. If somebody does Derech Ishus, he has Bia, so he gets Malchus min HaTorah. But Emil Kul Beis Din Arei Nifter min HaKares. If he gets Malchus, we see then that he becomes pater from Kares, because he's lokim in HaTorah if he's Baal Goyim Misharim with Derech Ishus. So that paters him from the Kares, as it says in Makkos Daf Chov Gimel, that Kol Chai Be Krisus Shalaku Niftru Midei Krisusam. You get out of your one's Kares when he gets Malchus. So the Rambam writes in Halacha Aleph that he gets Malchus. But if Lohu Kul Beis Din, the Rambam writes in Halacha Vav, Kares. That could be. But Mistimas Divrei Rambam, it's mashma that he's referring both to Derech Ishus and to Derech Znus. Which would mean that not only in Halacha Aleph, where the Rambam says Yisrael Shabal Goya, Derech Ishus is Lokim in HaTorah, and here the Rambam says Lo Kul Beis Din, if the Beis Din didn't give him Malchus, meaning that if it's done Derech Ishus, then he gets Kares. But the Rambam doesn't only say Derech Ishus, the Rambam says both in Stami. So it's mashma, even Derech Znus. So the Rambam is telling us, not only if one was Bo'al and Aram is a Goya, Derech Ishus does Malchus pater from him from Kares, but even if he was Bo'al or Derech Znus, the Malchus paters him from Kares. So that's why Mistimas Divrei Rambam, it's mashma, not only Derech Ishus does Malchus pater him from the Kares, but Derech Znus as well. So the Lohul Kul is referring to both Malchus Doiraisa, which is Derech Chasnas, Derech Ishus, and it's also referring to Malchus Mardus Biznus. That that's a Din Derabbanan to get Malchus if it's done Derech Znus. That also paters him from Kares. And then a Chiddush is going to come out according to this, that Malchus Mardus, this Malchus Derabbanan paters from Kares. Could very well be that that's Dafka B'Kares, because that's not Mefurish B'Torah. It's only Midivrei Kabbalah. And there we say that Malchus Mardus paters. Mashenkein B'Kares HaMefurish B'Torah. Kares HaMefurish B'Torah. Malkus Mardus wouldn't pater him from kares. But kares, that's Divrei Kabbalah, there we can say that the Malkus paters him from kares. Kares Divrei Kabbalah, Divrei Navi. And the Or Samech already noted this in Sanhedrin, Perek Yud Zayin, Halacha Zayin, and look also in the parish of Yerucham Fishel Perla, to the Rasag and his Psicha Techelek Gimel. Nevertheless, we see in the Rambam that Haboal Aramis Loke Bebezdin, even though he did it Ba'oivin Shekanoim Pogim Bo. That if he does it in such a way that we have a din that Kanoim Pogim Bo, that the zealots may strike him, nevertheless, if the zealots didn't strike him, if they were Pogea Bo, then he's finished. But if they didn't, what's the din? The din is that he gets Malkus. The Rambam says, if lo Pagu Bo Kanoim, v'lo Kul Bezdin. So if someone's Baal Aramis, Derech Ishus, Derech Znus, and there's a din of Kanoim Pogim Bo, so the halacha is that if they weren't, he gets Malkus. And this, of course, applies like the Rambam says there in halacha Daled, that it's done before Hesia. Then there's a chiyuv of Kanoim Pogim Bo. So the Pri Megadim was omer and this Nekuda in his Sefer Shoshana Sa'amokim in Seif Siman Chof Aleph to prove from here that somebody who has a din of Kanoim Pogim Bo is not patur from other chiyuvim al tzkim lebederabimine. That even though we find normally that in Adam Meis Veloike, a person's not going to be chayiv misa, and also get malchus. But here, even though there's a din of Kanoim Pogim Bo, and he's chayiv misa, nevertheless, his din is that he gets malchus. And that's mashma mistimis divrei Rambam b'tchilas dvarav. The Rambam writes that Yisrael shabal goya derech ishus lokam en haTorah. He gets malchus, and it's mashma even if he did it before Hesia, and even though there's a din of Kanoim Pogim Bo. So you see that even though there's a chiyuv misa, nevertheless we don't say Kim Lebederabim Minei, and there's Malchus. However, we find in the Rabbi Kiva Eger in his Chedushim Teksubas Daf Chof Tes that there is a din of Kim Lebederabim Minei if there's Kanoim Pogim Bo, because he's omed on why it was necessary for Tosas there to prove that there's no knas for somebody who rapes a nachris, from the fact that it says that how can there be a knas for a Gyaris Ktana if she can be moicha when she becomes a gedola? Are you going to give her a knas that she's going to go and eat alts goya? So what do you see from there? You see that you can't give someone a knas, they're going to eat alts goya. So therefore, just like a gioris who might be protester geirus and become a goya again, you don't give her a knas. So that's Tos's kasha. How can you give her a knas? You might eat it alts nachris. So certainly you also don't give an achris. So Frekter Rabbi Kiva Eger, why didn't Tosas prove from the Mishnah? It says that a kusis has a knas. Mashma and achris doesn't. Only a kusis. Or Gerei Arayas. Or Mizgair Shalol Shem Shamayim. Out of fear. So they have a knas. That's mashma that achris doesn't. So why doesn't Tosas prove it from there? Explains Rabbi Kiva Eger that if it would be just from the Mishnah, I would have said that the reason that a nachris doesn't have a knas, since Kanoim Pogim Bo, and it would have been like Chayv Mrs. Bezdin, that Kim Lebe Derabimine. And therefore, that's why a nachris doesn't have a knas. Als kim lebe de rabbi mine. Therefore, Tosas brings from a Gyaris Ktana that that's not Shaykh Kanoim Pogim Bo, because we didn't know then that she would be Moche, and therefore it's not Shaykh to have Kimle with the Rabbi Minei. So Rabbi Akiva Eiger is saying that don't think that the reason a Nachris doesn't have a Knas is because Kanoim Pogim Bo and Kimle with the Rabbi Minei. No. It's not because of Kim Lev de Rabbi Minei. Kim Lev de Rabbi Minei would imply that really there is a Knas, but there's no Knas, so it's Kim Lev de Rabbi Minei. But that's not the reason. The reason is, like we learned from a Nachri, from a Giores, that Shema Timche. She might protest. And if she protests, what, she's going to go and eat it b'geyusa? Can't be. So also a nachris doesn't get a knas, but not because of kim lev de rabbi minei. So you see al kopanim from Akiva Eiger beferish divrei Tosas that we say kim lev de rabbi minei by Kanoim Pogim Bo. So again, just from the Mishnah would have been out to Kim Le Rabbi Minei. But Tosas brings a raya that it's also not Kim Le Rabbi Minei. You don't have to come on to Kim Le Rabbi Minei. But there is Kim Le Rabbi Minei, but Kanoim Pogim Bo. And that's not like the mashmos of the Rambam. Rambam seems to hold there's no Kim Le that there's no Kim Le Rabbi Minei, because the Rambam says that there's Malchus. There was Kim Lev de Rabbi Minei, there'd be no Malchus. So here we have Rabbi Akiva Eiger b'mashmos divrei Tosas that we say Kim Lev de Rabbi Minei by Kanoim Pogim Bo, and that would pater from a knas. And then we have mashmos Rambam that there's no Kim Lev de Rabbi Minei by Kanoim Pogim Bo, and therefore the din is that there is Malchus. Since there's no Kim Lev de Rabbi Minei, there's Malchus for someone who's Boal Aramis, for Esya. So what is the yesod of the machlokes between the Rambam and Tosas, it seems, whether there's Kim Lev de Rabbi Minei by Kanoim Pogim Bo? So Rav Ariyav Ozer Shlita, in a shir he gave Parshas Balak last Shabbos, said as follows: that first, it would seem that it's talui in the gather of Kanoim Pogim Bo. Is it a chalos chiyuv misa amuta al karkafta de gavra? Is it that the person is chayav misa, and it's muster bidei Kanoim velo bidei bezdin? It's for the Kanoim to carry out and not for the bezdin. Or no, the gavra is not mechuyev misa at all. Nevertheless, the Torah gave reshus lekanoim levgoa bo. Obviously, if it's a chiyuv misa, kim le Rabbi Minei. If it's not a chiyuv misa, no kim le Rabbi Minei. And the Achronim already omen on this. The Or Sameach and Ochas Rotzeach Aleph Yud Zayin, the Divrei Yechezkel and Siman Chov Gimel learn that it's not a chiyuv shenis chayiv bo aboel, el sheish reshus lakanaim lahargo. They say it's just a reshus, but it's not a chiyuv. And therefore they learn there's no kim le Rabbi Minei. Because when they're kim le Rabbi Minei, when there's a chiyuv onesh. But now when there's not on the gavra chalos chiyuv, they're just reshus chitzonis lahargo. And what are they somechan? To say that it's not a chiyuv lahargo el reshus. They're somechan on the fact that we know that it's not a chiyuv. We see from Pinchas, it's not a chiyuv. If a person feels this kanos, then he goes ahead and does it. But there's no chiyuv misa. So if the gavra would be mechuyev misa, you could talk about kim le Rabbi Minei. But here there's no mechuyev misa. And that's Das Rov Rishonim. That's not a chiyuv. If you feel it, you want to do it, you do it. It's not bisman hazeh, by the way. Once got an email, I gave a shir on Parshas Pinchas. Somebody said that we feel like you were inciting to murder. I'm not inciting to murder. I'm against murder. We're learning the Parsha in the Chumash and the Gemara, but bisman hazeh we don't kill. If you have any shilas, you can ask a gadol. This is lo l'maisa. So the most Rishonim hold the Yad Raman Sanhedrin, the Rosh, Rabbeinu Yerucham, they hold ein chiv lahargo ala rishus. Besides the Chiddushei Aran, who says that it's a mitzvah for the Kanoim lahargo. There's a story by Rav David Kav, Zecher Tzadik Levracha. He was a ram for many years in the Yeshivas Kerem B'Yavne. That when after the whole event of the murder, Rachmana Litzlan, of the Prime Minister of the State of Israel by a student, a former student, yeshiva student. So they started arresting rabbis who might have been teaching to do this. So they brought Rav Kav in, and he said, you want me to explain it to you? Whether he has a din rodef, whether Rabin had a din rodef and he should have been killed. So the guy's like, yeah. So he starts to talk, and he's writing down, this is the story that I read. He writes down every single word. Rav Kav goes on for 7 hours. And then when he's finished, the person says, so that means, according to what you're saying, Rabin doesn't have a din rodef. So Rav Kav straightened himself out in the chair. He looked at the man straight in the face, and he said, Mitsuyan, hevanta tashiur. You understood the shir. So we can be mechazik this svara that it's not a chiyuv, because we see in the Gemara that if Zimri would have turned around and killed Pinchas, he wouldn't have been killed, because Pinchas was a rodef. Not a rodef gomer, then anybody can kill him. But the Niradaf can kill him. So if it was a chiv on the Kanai Lahargo, it's not mistaber that he'd be a rodef at all. But he's a rodef achaber Lahargo, and somebody comes to save the Niradaf, and the rodef comes and kills the Matzil. So he's Neragalav. Before Shadavar Miruch Dusharan and Sanhedrin pay bays. If somebody of Reuven is running after Shimon to kill him, and then Levi comes to save Shimon, and then Reuven goes ahead and kills Levi, he's definitely killed. Levi is threatening him. The answer is the Rodef is Mechuyev Misa. So if somebody's coming to kill him, he's not a Rodef at all, because he's Mekayim his Chov and his mitzvah. But here it says that if Zimri would have been Nefach al Pinchas and he would have killed him, ain't no Neragolav. Why? Because a Baal Aramis is not considered Mechuyev Misa. And therefore, if somebody's coming to kill him, he's considered a Rodef. Klape the Baal Aramis. And Lefi said the Lashon of the Gemara is Medukta, because Rabbi Yochanan put them together. He said, Aboli Malachem or Lalarog. If somebody comes to ask, you don't pass that he should kill. And V'lo, and not only that, Al Shempir Zimri Vargo Pinchas Neragolav. If Zimri would have turned around and killed Pinchas after he was Poresh, then he would have been killed. If Zimri would have been Poresh and Pinchas would have killed Zimri, he would have been killed, because he had already separated. But Nevach Zimri v'hargol Pinchas. But if Zimri turns around and kills Pinchas, ein haragol sher rodefu. But if Zimri turns around and kills Pinchas, he's not nerag. He's because Pinchas is a rodef. So the v'lo is masha. It's a hemshech. So in other words, first it says ein morin lo larog, meaning it's a reshus. And since it's a reshus, if Zimri would have turned around and killed Pinchas, he would have been killed because Pinchas is a din of Rodef. Al kol panim, we see from these Achronim, like we can learn in the Rambam, there's no Kimle de Rav Minei. Why? Because there's no Chiyuv Misa. U'b'das HaTosas, Kavanas Rabbi Kiva Eger, that understood that there is a din of Kimle de Rav Minei, L'chor would appear we can say that they're arguing with this Geder. And they hold that the din of Kanoim Pogim is a Chalot Chiyuv Mital Kakafta de Gavra. It's the person, this Chayav Mis himself. And therefore, Patas Mi Mamon, like Chiyuv, like Shar Chiyuv Onshin, that we say Kimle de Rav Minei. And it's also Muchach like this from the Ramban. That Kanoim Pogim is a Chalos Chiyuv Kakafta de Gavra. The Ramban writes, Torah Sa'adam. And in the Milchamos in Sanhedrin Ayin Dal, that Abol Aram is Mistaber, Shedino B'Yoharig Val Yavor. Why? Because it's included in Gilei Arayos and Kanoim Pogim and it's like Chaybe Misus, that it's Shaykh Misa and Kares. If somebody says there will be bow of this Aramis, or I'll kill you, person has to be killed. It's Gilei Arayos, you see Kanoim Pogim and it's like other Chaybe Misus. Why? Just like other Chayve Misas, one has to die rather than be over, so to this one. Because it's Mashas Mamash Chiyuv Misa. It's a Chiyuv HaKakafta de Gavra. If it's only Rishus, so why should it be included in Chayve Misus? It's just a Chayve Lav. It's not included in Gilei Arayos. The Ramban says no. It's a Chiyuv Misa. Since it's a Chiyuv Misa, Yehareg Val Yavor. Why is it a Chiyuv Misa? Kanoim Pogim Rabbi Avram Agodol Miragensburg brought him Agos Mordechai in Perek HaCholetz. And Trumas Hadesh and Reish Yotes, Reish Chav Gimel. They also learn this way, that the Kanoim Pogim makes it a Chiyuv Misa. He also learns this way, brought in those two places. That a Yavama Shenafle Yisrael Mumar Li Yibum. A Yavama has to do Yibum in front of Yisrael Mumar, an apostate Jew. No, she doesn't do it. She leaves him without Chalitza Ketin Erva. Because Yisrael is Hanif Elos Legoy, there's Din of Kanoim Pogim It's Machokas Rishon, the Ramban, the Mukha Yosef argues, Sanhedrin Ayin Dalet. Moreover, he learned that a mummer has a din goy. Not only Yisraelis Hanavelos Legoy, there's din of Kanoim Pogim but a mummer has a din of a goy. An apostate has a din of a goy. And since it's Kanoim Pogim it's considered like an erva that's Mechuyebes Misa. Psh. Shita Mechudeshesi. That's a new Shita, Chiddush. That Yisraelis is not Nofel Liyibum Bifnei Yisrael Mummer, because the din of Kanoim Pogim and it's a Chiyuv Misa. So we see from him that again, like the other Rishonim, that the din of Kanoim Pogim is not just a Rishus, it's a Chalos Chiyuv Misa. And that creates a din erva. And therefore there's Kim Leba de Ravamine. So we have this Shita of Rabbi Avram Agadol Miragensburg, that it's a Chiyuv Misa. And we have the Ramban, that it's a Chiyuv Misa. Therefore, it's Yehar Gval Yavor. You have the other Rishonim, that it's just a Rishus. So we can say that Tosfos, Kavanas Rebbe Kiva Eger, is learning that the reason we didn't prove from the Mishnah that there's no Knas for a Goya, Me'ikar Hadin, why don't we medayek kusis? There is a knas. Mashma nachris is not a knas, because you would say, why nachris there no knas? Only out kim lebederabimine. Meaning, really, there is a knas, but you just don't give the nachris the knas. Out kim lebederabimine, and therefore they don't want to prove from that. They want to prove meikar. Then there's no knas. And why is there Kim Leib Rabbi? Because Kanoim Pogim bo. Kanoim Pogim bo. And therefore there's an Onish Misa. And therefore there's Kim Leib Rabbi. And that's not like the sheet of the Rambam, that there's no Kim Leib Rabbi. Because according to the Rambam, it's not a Chiv and an Onish, Hamut al Gavra, like according to the other Rishonim as well that we saw earlier. So that would be possibly this Machlokas between Havanas HaRambam and Havanas HaTosfos. But Havanas HaRambam, that there is no Kim Levi Ramine, it's because it's just a Rishus. And therefore, you can't say that when there's a Rishus, that Onesh patters from other Chiyuvim. No, it's just a Rishus. Therefore, the Rambam says there's Malchus. And Tosfos, Yavanas Rabbi Kiva Eger, holds that there is Kim Levi Ramine. Why? Because the Chiyuv Amutal Kagav to the Gavra. That is B'hashkafa Rishona. However, we can't say that. Not B'shitas HaTosfos, and not B'shitas HaRambam. Why not? So B'ritzos Hashem Darkenu, I am hoping that we will see in the next shir. And then we will go weiter and try to understand this very critical sugya. And we should be zoche, lilmod u'lelamed, lishmor v'lasos, u'lekayim is kol divrei salmud torasa b'yahava, amen v'amen, shalom shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.